So why would age 25 up be too hard to find a job? Why is that?
Because so many let me the job is to the job is the job uh to what's called
Is it competitive? Is it
yeah, competitive and
competitive? Yeah.
small
And and what?
small.
Oh, is it the job market? There's too few jobs, not enough jobs.
Yeah, it's not enough to few job and have a
Oh,
new generation like fresh egg, like yeah, fresh egg.
oh, too specific. Okay, because then you must know some friends that were caregivers in Hong Kong. Did some of them go back? Do you know anybody that went back or heard of anybody? And then
Oh
what did
yeah,
they do? What did they do for work when they go back to Indonesia?
yeah. For now, is um, they have own business like a small business.
Like their family has a business or they have a business?
They have
Oh, they have their own business. What did they do? What was their business?
like small business
Oh, like
like
doing what? Yeah, doing what?
like what um, buy online like online clothes
And then sell
or
it, buy and
food.
sell. Is
Yeah,
it?
buy
Yeah. Okay.
buy.
So let me show it to you. That's right. So before we were saying the job market is too competitive. Let me show it to you here. Give me a second here. Okay, like that. Yeah, job market. Why don't you try saying that? The job market is too competitive.
The job market is too competitive.
Yeah, so it's hard to find a job, right? Or maybe you could say there are too few jobs for too many people. One second. And then it's like,
Yeah, there are too few jobs for too many people.
yeah.
Yes.
And then okay, so what you're saying in terms of buying and selling online, is that right? Online?
Yes.
Yeah, so they call that e-commerce.
Oh,
E-com. Yeah,
yes.
like commerce is like business. E means electronic, like meaning online, electronic commerce. So, oh, interesting. It's very Indonesian, very similar, I guess. Let me see here. Let me just turn this. Hold on one second. Let me find the translation here. E-commerce. Ah, okay.
Perdagangan elektronik.
Perdagannya elektronik. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So e-commerce.
E-commerce.
Yeah.
Yes.
So e-commerce is just electronic, right? Electronic commerce. And then electronic means like on the internet, referring to the internet. So that's what they do, right? They buy clothes and then they sell it, I guess. So is it so they run their own website?
Oh, yes.
Do they have their
They,
own social media channel to kind of advertise or something like
yes.
that? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Or sorry. They have a skill like to make some what snake
Which one? To make
snake
snakes?
like snake snack
Oh, snacks.
like
Snacks.
snack
Yeah,
snack
snacks. Yeah, snack. Snack. Yeah, let's try to pronounce it. Snack.
snack
Act like this. Snack like
snack
this. Yeah, how you can try saying that. Snack
okay.
act. Snack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
snack.
because the other one is, you know what snake is, right? A snake, right? Ache would be hold on one second. Let me just spell this out. Ache.
Snack.
It would be snake is yeah, snacks. So they sell snacks, right? Yeah.
Okay, snack.
Yeah, ular is snake, snake, right? It's not ular, right? But yeah, so you try saying the first word, snacks.
Snacks
Yeah, and then
snake
the other one is snake.
snake.
Yeah, snake, right? And then the first one is snacks. Actually, you
Okay,
add you got try saying the first one, snacks.
snacks.
Yeah, snacks. So there is like at the end there, it's a ksa, ksa. right?
Oh,
Snacks. Try saying snack, singular, snack.
snacks.
Try saying without the S. Snack.
Oh, snack,
Yes. Again, snack.
snack.
Okay, now you got to complete the k sound, but add an S sound, which makes it plural, more than one. Snacks.
Snacks,
Good. Again, snacks.
snacks,
Snacks.
snacks.
Okay, so you're saying your friend sells not just clothes, but also they make snacks to sell? Do they do it online as well or in person?
Uh, sometimes sometimes we if we like small seller like own business
Hmm.
like if we have like Facebook
Yes.
or Instagram,
Yes.
we can sell with was like mm, our friend or her friend or near
Oh,
nearby
I
nearby.
see. Okay, that's how you, okay. Have you ever thought you might do something like that or no? Or stay in Hong Kong?
Maybe if I go back, if one day I go back in Indonesia, maybe I do same thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. But I guess you're quite used to life in Hong Kong now.
But yeah, yeah.
Would you say, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well, why don't we move towards the essay? It was very encouraging reading this because it helped me to understand that you learned a lot, and I'm glad that you can like get a lot out of our lessons together. So it was very encouraging. Let me share the screen and then we'll look at it together.
Okay.
Over here, let's go with. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Wait. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, before we start, I actually WhatsApped you the app that you can use. Yeah, that's right. So you saw it, right? So I think
Okay.
do you use an Android iPad or an Apple device for your
Android.
Android? Good.
Android.
Okay, so you can use I think you should use the Microsoft Document or Microsoft Office. I send you the link as a word processor, if you remember, because right here, so for example, right now I'm using Microsoft Office here in the screen in front of you, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, it underlines some of the grammatical errors. You see, remember? Because with, this is a preposition. This would be a lowercase w, you see? So um, you can see here, sorry, I changed it, right? And then
Oh,
down here, right? Like this here, it says it should be no space in between sessions and the colon, see? And then it fixes it, you see, right away. Here, this is capitalized, see? It changes, you see? It changes
okay.
these small errors, Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so for example, yeah, exactly. So I think from now on, when you practice your English on your own, you should you should use a word processor, use the app, and then it will help you. Because right now, like I said at the beginning of our lessons, I purposely didn't have you use it because I wanted you to think to
Okay.
correct your own English. But now that you have really a decent foundation, use the word processor. It'll help you write more and then keep writing. And then the word processor will usually underline like a misspelling, like something, a word that's spelt wrong or incorrect grammar. And it will underline it in either red or blue. And then you'll know to fix it. So that's why when you proofread, like when you read over it again, it'll help you continue to learn
Okay.
to
Okay.
refine your writing. So use a word processor when you write for yourself. Okay. Anyway, my experience learning English with Mr. James. A few months ago, when Miss Esther, so Esther, I think Esther is spelled with an H. By
Oh,
the way.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, Esther. Usually it's spelled this way, just like in the Bible, in the English Bible. It's spelled in the same way. Decided to take me to Canada, comma. She looked for an English, she looked for an English course to further hone my English skills to hone my English to hone my English skills. But at the time, to hone my English, yeah, that's fine. You can say English skills, or you can say language skills.
Oh,
The reason is because you don't remember the whole like you don't want it to be very long, right? Because when she's looking for an English course, it's already assumed it will improve your English skills, right? Like you don't have to write the same word English twice. Like the reader already knows that, but if you use a different word, it sounds like it's not as boring. So if you use the word language, it's different. You don't have to say language 2 times, you see? But at the time, yeah, does that make sense? Right? So
Yes, yes.
so yeah, using the word English is not wrong. It's just that you want to make your essay be more interesting, sound more interesting. So you want to use different words, not the same word, right? It's like, if that makes sense, okay? But at the same time, I thought it was expensive, and I had to take classes with students. So, question: when did Miss Esther have you take other English classes before me, or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that's what you're describing here, is that right? You went to classes with some students, is that right? Or
Yeah, expensive um uh and many people.
like how
People
many? Like how many people?
like about dance that like
10?
yeah. We have like what's like uh what's called like uh time like uh in the morning, night, and what's
Oh,
called
is it quite long? Is it like
no,
lots of?
no, like the student is uh, so many, but they separate like 10, like
Oh, like different times, right? Is it an online class or an in-person class?
in person, like
Oh,
10.
oh, how far was it that you have to travel? Like where did you have to travel far away to
Oh,
take, or how far was this class?
uh, near here.
Oh, okay. But okay, so what did you not like about it, that class?
Uh, Not like I'm just not uh, like scared. Like I can what discuss with my friends.
Oh, oh, so okay, sorry. Did you have some friends that were attending that class with you?
Or not just one time, just like what like coba like one time I go there with them like for what coba aku bisa coba with sorry
No, no, it's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
mencoba mm, oh like I like try to uh, have class with them.
But what happened? But what happened?
Uh, maybe they all is student and uh, what? Yeah, students. So they more faster.
They're more diligent. They're more maybe
More
advanced,
diligent.
a bit more diligent and advanced,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
yeah,
But although diligent and advanced means different. So let me put your notes here, okay? So
yeah.
diligent is give me a second here. Let me just find this word in Indonesian. How do you say it?
Rajin.
Rajin. Rajin? Diligent
Uh,
or advanced, you mean?
yeah, like they faster. Like
Like more fluent, more fluent.
fluent. Yes, more fluent.
Fluent, yeah. Because diligent means that they worked harder than you, but you didn't. That's not necessarily the case. Fluent, fasi. Their English is more fasi. Is it fasi?
Yeah.
Fasi, yeah.
Faster.
Fluent, okay. Yeah, advanced, yeah, okay. So then, did you feel that you were left behind in the lesson a little bit? Okay. So okay, let me ask you something. Okay, so from that, so how many classes did you go to with that
Uh,
class? How many
or
times?
just not just one time.
Oh, just
Just
one time. Okay, okay. So with that experience and like I guess with our classes, what did you learn about yourself as an English learner?
uh, maybe I have to more talking with people influence in English. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why, right? Like, so I think you can say something like, I needed to have more interactions. Interactions
Yeah.
mean back and forth. I talk, you listen. You talk, I listen. Back and forth means interaction. More interactions with English speakers. Okay, let me just give you the translation here. There you go. Why don't you try reading that? I needed to have more interactions with English speakers.
Yes.
You try saying that. Try saying
Oh,
this.
sorry.
Yeah.
I need to have more interaction with English speakers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, go on. What else? What else did you learn about yourself as an English learner?
Yeah, yeah. Talk with you, like, yeah, it makes me more confident.
That's good. I mean, you sound more confident, like compared to when we first started.
Yes.
In our first, I remember when we first talked. I think you were definitely shy, but then I do think that, yeah, I think it's just more the confidence thing. It's more about confidence. I do think that from an English level, your writing skills, particularly
Yes.
when you write about topics that you're passionate about, is higher than your speaking skills. Like
Oh, okay.
when you have time. Can I ask you a question? How many hours would you spend writing the essays for me? When I give you how long for every essay, how long does it take? How many hours, or if you had to guess?
Uh, because I'm just thinking so many things, so I just think first.
Right, right.
Like, yeah, thinking like that, and then
Yes.
I'm right. Like,
So how long would it take? Yeah. Would you?
uh, uh, to be honest, like 1 day or 2 days is
Okay.
I can complete it.
But
But
do you know how many minutes? Like how long? Like how long did you take to write some of the essays, especially the last few weeks? For each one, how long did it take, would you say, for yourself?
like for 2 days, like I spent 2 hours, 2 hours.
2 hours.
But
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking very. I'm thinking first.
Yeah. So you
How,
spent a lot more time thinking. So when you're thinking, do you just think in your head or do you write some notes down first?
yeah, I'm write some notes because I
Yeah.
forget better.
So when you write the notes, do you write it in English words or do you write it in Indonesian for your notes?
I wrote in here in my
The iPad,
uh,
I guess.
iPad.
iPad,
Then
yeah.
and then I write them, and then I click the what? I click. Oh no no. Skin it screen what screen.
Is
Oh
is it a translator or is it a
no, I just click what as I said was screen photo. Take a picture.
oh, screenshot? A screenshot.
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 And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. Okay, a screenshot. Yeah. Screenshot. Let me write this down for sure.
screenshot and
Yeah.
I write it.
But when you first take your notes, um, are your notes in Indonesian or in English for your
Indonesian and English.
both? A little bit both, right? Yeah, and that's okay, right? That's okay. So okay. How long? So it takes about 2 hours to write. How long do you think it takes for you to think about the ideas, all the ideas that you write down? How long does that take?
No, because I have so many things, and then I so many things things the
Yes.
topic.
How long? How
Yeah.
long do you think? If you had to guess, how many minutes or yeah?
Yeah. Every day I'm think like, oh, today is this is not good. Like I'm changing.
I see.
Like
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Did you enjoy the process of writing? Was it okay? Did you enjoy it?
enjoy it. I'm enjoy
That's
it.
good.
I like it.
That's good. I feel like you're a good writer. Yeah.
And I like right now. I like to interact because my speak is not good. is so I just uh what interaction with uh other people around the world, like what's Europe,
Yeah, that's great.
in IG or Twitter. I just talk with them.
Yeah, that's great. Have you also tried using AI? AI.
Oh,
I'll send you
AI.
a link, right? Have you ever used ChatGPT before? It's free. There's a free version. I'll send you a link, okay? Because there's an audio version. Once you install it, I'll send you a link, okay? There it is. So you can use the audio once you download it on your phone. Sign up for an account, and then you can use the audio version. And then its English is quite good, so you can. It's just computer, right? So you won't feel embarrassed, but you can practice your
Okay.
English. Yeah, just in terms of like maybe 15 to 30 minutes every day to just share your thoughts, your ideas. Particularly, I think your thoughts about the ideas that you're most passionate about,
Oh,
about your life, your future, Indonesia, and so on, and then interact that way. And then and then also you can give it a prompt. A prompt means that you're telling the AI a command. So a prompt to the AI. AI is artificial intelligence, which is the computer, right? The smart computer, if you will. Artificial intelligence. Let me just write this down for you. A prompt. So a prompt. So you can give the prompt like, for example, you can write like a prompt like this. I am trying to improve my spoken English. As we talk from time to time, please correct my wording, grammar, or pronunciation. Like this. And then you put this in the AI, and then you verbally talk to the AI. So then the AI can correct you, almost like a free tutor, a free English
oh,
teacher. Yeah, so you can try that in the
okay.
future. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah, I feel that your writing is because I think you have time to think and time to write and time to edit what you wrote to make it sound better. Your writing is better than your speaking. But again, with speaking, I guess the challenge is you have to speak on the spot, like right away, you can't think, you got to speak right away, and so that's why it's more challenging. And also I think it's the confidence thing, like you said, and I think you've gotten more confident. I get to hear your ideas. I can tell that we have no problems communicating with one another, but I think it's just a matter of getting used to it and more practice, and then the
Okay.
ideas will come. Because if you are able to write at a higher level, that means it's just a matter of speed, like how comfortable you are, right? Because you can correct yourself if someone gave you enough time, right? And so it's just more a matter of practice. So I think continue to practice kind of in those ways. Yeah. Okay. So here, I think I would break up this sentence here. I thought it was expensive, period. And then maybe you can add also, moreover, or additionally. I'd take classes with students, and I thought my abilities were far from theirs, maybe you can say far lower than than theirs, like that. Far lower than theirs. This is good. You use the right word for theirs. This is good. Let's see here. And it resulted in slower lessons when there were group discussions. Okay, so I think we should write here. You can write, and it resulted in less effective lessons. Okay,
Oh,
less effective. Here, I'll send it to you here. Less effective. How do you say less effective?
less effective.
Ujaran yang kurang efektif. Okay, even I'm learning Indonesian. Here you go. Less effective lessons. The reason is because it's not slower lessons. That's not correct. Because slower lesson would be like this. Normally, it takes us 60 minutes to get through the lesson. Now it takes 3 hours. That's slower.
Oh,
Or slower would
okay.
mean the teacher is speaking slowly, and it's not slower. It's less
Okay.
effective. Less effective lessons for me as a learner, like that,
Oh, okay.
right? So if you want to be even more specific, when there were group discussions, and then maybe you can say like maybe like soon we forgot about it, but when Miss Esther returned to Canada, okay, you don't need to write and. The reason is because because the phrase here is when something happens, then, or then is optional. You don't have to use then. She, da 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 da. You don't have to write and, because the phrase is when, and then you finish the sentence. When Novi first started, she had less confidence in her spoken English, right? When Novi first started her lessons, she was less confident in her spoken English. You see?
Yes.
You don't need to write the word and here. You see? You see, that's an example, right? Or you can say, when Novi is ready, she will be greatly influential to help her home country. You see? When, and then you don't have to say and. When, and then you go right away and you finish your sentence. You see? Okay. So that's kind of what it is. Okay, good. She looked for an English tutor for me to study. She looked for a private English tutor for me.
Oh,
You don't, and then you don't have the right to study. The reason is because the idea in an private English tutor already assumes or implies you will study English. The idea is
yeah.
there. If you keep adding more, it will be very long. It'll be redundant. Okay. At that time, Miss Esther said that the English lesson was once a week for 1 hour, comma. So I accepted it. You might want to say, although at the time, I also thought it would be difficult to communicate, but it turned out not to be. And here, semicolon.
Oh,
Where is it here? It turned out not. Oh, let's see what the correction is. Or you can do a new sentence. I could accept everything. I could not accept. I could receive everything, not accept. Accept is okay, but accept has double meaning, right? Because accept would be like if someone if someone invited you to a party, do you accept? Accept means you say yes, like yes, I will,
okay.
right? But this is not accept. This is are you able to learn everything? Are you able to receive everything? Accept means like I say no, I say yes. Right? That's accept. Accept or deny, right? So the opposite of accept is deny. The opposite of receive is well, I guess you could, although accept seems a little bit different. Accept seems more clear. Receive is I guess you can say reject, I suppose. But anyway, although the meaning is similar, but receive seems a little bit clearer. I could receive everything that Mr. James taught, period. Here, good. This is good. This is the right use, right? 20 English learning lessons during the 20 English sessions. You don't need to say learning session because it's already implied, okay? Colon, this is good. This is the right use of colon. Okay, good. Mr. James taught me some methods and tips for learning English. Number one, giving assignments to write essays. Taught me some methods and tips. You can say, Mr. James taught me using the following methods. The reason is the reason is because this one, if it's methods and tips for you to learn English, then it would be, well, okay, what, that's fine. You can keep the original one. You can keep the original, but this one, instead of doing assignments, instead of giving. The reason is because if it's you learning, then it's you doing. But you can't, because logically it can't be, if it's I am giving you lessons, then the title should be Mr. James use these methods instead of teaching you. Because if you say teach me, then the focus is on you. And so this verb has to be related to you. But before it was giving assignments. But giving is something that I do. right?
Oh,
You
yes.
see, you see, so logically it has to be the same. So in order for it to be the same, you need to either change these verbs, so all of it has to do with you, or you change the title, right? So doing, but if it's doing, then it will be back to Novi, right? Doing assignments such as writing essays about work experience in Hong Kong or essays related to my life so far. Reading, good, reading articles. And what do you mean by concluding? What do you mean by that? What's concluding?
Uh, mm, yeah, like after we read the article, and then we can first we know the
The big idea, the main idea.
the main idea, and yeah, we talk about it.
Yes. Okay. So we would say reading articles and summarizing their main ideas. Main ideas. The reason is because it's not concluding is not quite right, because summarizing here. Let me just send it to you here on the vocabulary WhatsApp here. Okay. Like that. So that's summarizing, but concluding, summarizing means exactly what you're trying to describe, but concluding means like bringing it to an end. So concluding an article would mean you are writing the article and you want to write a conclusion, write an ending. So for example, your conclusion to this article is right here. You actually use the word conclusion. But summarizing means that you're taking a long article and you're trying to give the big ideas using like maybe 1 or 2 sentences. That's called summarize. It means sharing the main idea in a shorter way. So you should use the verb summarizing. Why don't you try reading the sentence? Reading articles and summarizing their main ideas. Why don't you try reading it?
Reading article and summarizing their main ideas.
Yeah, exactly. So reading English books and then if you want to change it up, giving their summaries like this.
Okay.
The reason why I want to change out is because remember what I said earlier. Over here, for example, I suggested using language skills instead of English skills to make it sound more interesting, right? You're talking about the same thing, right? But if you repeat the same word twice, it becomes kind of boring. Same thing here. If you repeat reading English books and summarizing their main ideas, then you're repeating the exact same idea here and here. But here I changed the phrase a little bit by instead using a verb and making the word summarize into a noun, summary. Summary. It's the same thing. It's the noun. Does that make sense? Over here. So here, summary is a noun. Summarize is a verb. Right? So kata kerja, okay? Okay? And then noun.
Kata benda.
Benya. Okay, cool. Okay, that's how you say it. You see? Okay.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So if I write it a little bit differently, it sounds more interesting. But you're saying the same thing. It's the same idea, but as a reader, you read it and it's not the same thing. Like it's not, does that make sense? Like you want it to be a bit more interesting. Anyway, number 4, giving tips to make it easier to learn English, period. You might say we do activities. That's right. Okay. Such as doing activities related to English, related to the English language that we like or we enjoy, such as I see. So we can do this. E.g. means E.g. is an abbreviation. It means for example. Okay.
Oh,
So E.g. Okay. So you can E.g. The reason why I changed it to E.g. is because we're using such as twice. You see?
oh yes. Yes.
See? So I want to change it up and make it interesting. So here you go. Okay, like this. Okay. E.g. doing activities related to English language that we like or enjoy, such as watching movies, listening to music, and other activities. And or you can say and so on. Or remember the other one, the 3 letters, or etc. Remember that? We learned this before, yeah, right? So those are different ways of saying and so on or other things, okay? Etc. All
Okay.
right, number 5, visiting communities directly where there are, yeah, you don't need to write directly. It's implied, right? The reason, okay, so how do we know? Okay, let me give you a tip here. How do we know when a word or a phrase is very long? Even I'm starting to learn some Indonesian now. How do we know when a phrase is very long? Okay, here's how we know. Here's how we know. The tip is if that word or phrase does not add new ideas to the sentence, it is very long, redundant. Okay? Does that make sense?
Okay.
So for example, visiting communities directly. When you visit communities, it is already direct.
Oh,
Like there, it doesn't add anything. Right? Or if your idea is you should visit communities so that you can directly learn from people, but it already says it here. The idea is already here. Like there are already people there. So it's kind of already implied. So whenever words don't add more meaning, it's very long. You should delete it. Does that make sense? Right? So in other words, you have to one tip in terms of a mindset in writing is you want to treat words like money, like gold, okay? Like you don't want to waste gold. Don't just throw it out, right? Every word that you say and every word that you write should mean something. Like don't just throw away words. Does that make sense? Right? So that's the mark of being a good speaker and a good writer. Every word matters. Does that make sense? So and then when you proofread and you go, that word doesn't add anything, I'll just edit it. I'll delete it. That's what you do. Does that make sense? So you gotta have that practice. Okay. Visit communities where there are many people, where there are people, and you don't have to say many people, because the reason is it's not because it's wrong, right? It's not because it's wrong. It's because visiting communities where there are people, because the emphasis in this tip is not that there has to be many people for you to learn English. Right? Like the reason is because even if there's a community with 10 people, or maybe even 3 people, that already achieves this goal right here. This goal, learning English, right? Unless there's a specific, this is more of a, the reason this one is more of a logical problem, a logical issue. Okay, it is not a grammatical issue. It's not because there's an English grammar issue. It's that you don't need to have many people for you to interact and to learn. Right? Even the thing is the reality. So even the church, right? When you go to that church, the English speaking church, you only talk to 2 or 3 people anyway. Like you don't need 300 people there. Does that make sense? So this is not wrong grammatically. It is not wrong because it's very long. It is not the right placement of the word because it doesn't logically connect with this idea in the green. Right? You only need one person to talk to every week, right? Make one friend, that's kind of thing. So but the point is visiting communities where there are people who speak English, and then this one is like one of which is like this, is an international church. That's enough. Yeah, that I have been visiting for the past few months, like that. You can maybe add that. You could add this idea if you want, okay? Obstacles that I feel when learning English. Ah, okay. Okay, we're gonna come back to the main points to edit it to make it sound a little bit better at the end. But let's finish the whole thing first. Number 1, my vocabulary is very lacking, so I often have difficulty communicating and making compositions that are less varied. Yeah, exactly. So, but you're improving because yeah. So right here, okay, this is very long. You see, this is exactly. Remember what I said earlier over this idea here. Let me show you. How do we know when a word or phrase is very long? If that word or phrase does not add new ideas to the sentence. You see that? Okay. Now look down here. Now look down here. You don't need this phrase. Do you see? The reason is very simple. It's because you already said it here.
Okay.
Like you already told me at the beginning of the sentence that your vocabulary is lacking, but you don't need to repeat it. You see?
Okay.
It's very long. That's what I mean. So I have to continue to enrich my vocabulary through looking up words in a dictionary. Or you can say through studying a dictionary. One or the other. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, so that the sentence is complete. Okay. Forgetful. Forgetful. So how would you change this word so that it matches the form of this yellow sentence phrase here? This one. I want you to change this so it matches. Instead of saying one word forgetful, how would you do it? How would you change it?
Forget. Forgot. Forgetting.
Yeah, so
Forgetting.
no. So okay, there's two ways of doing it, right? So for example, you can say maybe my personality is quite forgetful. The reason is because see, my vocabulary is, you see, like I want it to match. Does it make sense? Or you can change this one to a lack of vocabulary. Like this. The reason is because these are all like one idea, right? And this is a whole sentence because my vocabulary is forgetful, you know, or I can like that, okay? The solution is that I bring no, it's not that I take small notes.
Oh, okay.
Because bringing small notes means the notes are already written.
Oh,
Like, I mean, it does make sense. Like bringing notes is like this. It means that I already wrote some notes, and now if I'm going out, like let's say to the international church, I need to bring it with me. I'm done. But taking notes means as I'm learning it, I'm going to write down my word. Okay, right? Does that make sense?
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you got to take small notes, not bring notes. Okay. Pronunciation and vocabulary. Good. Okay, so this one's like this. I think there are some words you want to be specific, you want to be concrete, okay, that are difficult for me to pronounce. Period. The solution is to continue listening and saying it over and over again. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly true, right? This is good. Okay. All right. After learning English, I have a goal. Okay. In addition to my goal of working in Canada, okay, let's change this part and put it forward a bit. I also want to one day, put one day here. Okay. Put one day forward, okay, instead of in the beginning. Be able to, I want to one day be able to visit other countries besides Hong Kong. So knowing English is very necessary. Okay. Period. Maybe one day I will have the opportunity to work in a more promising place, or comma, because it's a new sentence, new idea. Or I can start my own business and maybe work with foreigners. Exactly. Conclusion. Okay, so conclusion. Learning English, capitalized, capital L,
Oh, yeah, yes.
must be accompanied by enthusiasm. Exactly. And goals. And goals. And goals. And goals. Yes. I might even want to add concrete goals. Okay. I wonder how you say the word concrete in Indonesian. Let me see. Concrete. Concrete means like very specific, you know, concrete.
Tujuan konkret.
Tujuan konkret. Tujuan konkret. Okay. Concrete goals. Okay. Because if we do not have, okay, it's not that. How do you make the word that into plural? More than one, not that. The reason is because it has to be plural. Because look over here, enthusiasm and goals. Right? It's not just one thing, it's more than one thing. Because if we do not have, I want you to change the word that to plural, more than one. Not that, but
Oh, Because if we do not have maybe
Those, very good. Yes, you got it. You got it. Yes. This is very good. Happy, I'll give you a happy face. There you go. No matter how good the facilities are. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. It's not facilities, it's resources. Resources. The reason is because facilities have to do with a building, a physical building, or equipment, right? So facilities would be like, if you go to a community center in Hong Kong, right? Like a workout gym, the washroom, or something. These are called facilities. But resources, yes, resources is the right word. How good the resources are, such as good tutors, existing supporting tools, and existing, and maybe not existing. It's not. This is not right. You shouldn't use the word exist. Supporting. You can say supporting tool, or maybe you can say language learning tools. That's okay too. Both are good. But okay, the reason why you don't need to add the word existing is because it's a little bit very long, a little bit redundant. The reason is because I think the word existing is here because you want to say, even though you have it, you have the good tutor, you have the learning tools, but the thing is, that idea of existing is already here in this phrase. Because you already said, no matter how good the resources are, that assumes you have it. You're saying, in a situation, if you have a good tutor and learning resources or tools, but this phrase, you already have it. It said, no matter how good they are, that means you already have it, right? So that idea is a little bit very long, a little bit, just a little bit. Will be useless. That's right. Will be useless if we do not have enthusiasm. Why? Why do you think? Why? I agree with you. Can you explain? Why is that?
Yeah, if we have a good and resources there,
Yes.
but if we don't have
what does enthusiasm add that is so important? What would you say? What's your answer?
I want to go to Canada, so I have enthusiasm.
But what does it add? How does it help you? Like, why is this so important for learning English?
Yeah, I want to speak
Fluently.
and I can go everywhere with confidence.
Yeah, okay. So here I might add, if we have enthusiasm and concrete goals, that gives the learner the continual motivation for learning, like that. You see? Like something like that. The reason is because, I mean, this is optional, right? But it kind of it elaborates this idea, right? Because here in this sentence, you are stating that if you don't have enthusiasm, this is what happens. It's useless. But the reason why I am suggesting the second sentence is because you want to say the opposite or say the positive statement. If you do have enthusiasm, here is the benefit. It gives this motivation. Okay. Furthermore, English is also very important in this modern era as a means of international communication. Yeah, it's true. It is never too late to learn. And thank you to Miss Esther, and Gary is spelt with an A, by the way. A. Okay, this has to be plural. It has to be plural. How do you change has to plural?
Gary who
Plural.
have
One. Say again.
have.
Yeah, have, exactly. You got it. See? And the reason why it's have is because of what's the reason? Why do I say it has to be plural? What's the reason in this sentence? Why must this word be plural?
Who have because have a Mr. Gary and Mr. Esther
Exactly. Exactly. It's two people. That's right. That's the reason for plural. Exactly. Who have given me the opportunity to learn, and also to Mr. James, who has taught me patiently and in a pleasant atmosphere, period. Hopefully, comma, one day, maybe if I want to learn again, I will, yeah, exactly, great. Contact you, I will contact you. You don't need again. This is very long because here, because of this one, it's over here, see? You see that, right? So you get, okay,
Yes.
I will contact you and I will try, period. So this is a new idea, period. I will try every day to set aside time to learn to speak, maybe just set aside time to learn English. Maybe that's better.
Oh, yeah.
More general, right? Because hopefully you'll learn not only to speak, but also listening and reading and writing. So learn English as a whole, not just speak, right? So more general. And remember all the lessons I've received. Thank you and God bless. Yeah, thank you to you. So this is great. Okay, before I maybe I have some concluding words with you, I wanted to just correct maybe just the headings, okay? So in order, remember how in one of the earlier lessons, we learned about how to make headings more succinct, shorter, okay? So maybe here, one way of doing it is like this. Like that. You see? Shorter.
Yep.
And then here, how would you change it so that it matches this one? This one. I want you to change the B heading. I want it to match like this one.
My my feeling learn English.
Use the same word, obstacles. But I want it to match this.
Oh, my
Obstacles.
obstacles. Learn English.
Yeah, so instead you can like this over here.
Learning.
My obstacles for learning, just like that.
Oh, for learning.
See? Or even better, you can just write obstacles for learning. Because sometimes the shorter the better.
Okay.
Yeah, shorter the better. Okay. Here, you can say goals, personal goals for learning. You see, everything is matching. You see, and then D,
Okay.
maybe you can say concluding thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reason is, okay, the difference between conclusion and concluding thoughts. Conclusion is more general, but concluding thoughts is here. These are more reflections for your life, right? But conclusion,
Okay.
it's like you remember how all the essays that you wrote in regards to the conclusion of how you responded to those Indonesian fishermen. Remember that article, right? That's more a conclusion about that art. It's more general. But here, I put concluding, or you can use the word reflections. Same thing, right? Concluding thoughts. Oops, sorry. Let me just see if I can conclude. I wonder what it is in Indonesian. Let me just see here. Concluding thoughts and like that, okay? Concluding thoughts and reflections is because it's more personal to you. So the how I changed this part is I'm just trying to read what you wrote here, and I'm trying to respect and be close, describe something close to what you wrote here, and that's how I changed this point number D, point D. That's how I do it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I'm not just kind of trying to make you write like me, write like James. I'm trying to help you write better based on what you've already written. So this title is more accurately reflective of what you wrote below. Does that make sense? Yeah. So these are kind of like, in terms of titling, that's kind of what you can do.